Good morning, Stitch Roadies. Surprised to see me so soon? Well, I was reminded that I forgot to announce the $35 gift card giveaway from the Fat Quarter Shop, and so I want to do that. G will also put a flyer at the end of this video with the name, but just so I can say it out loud, Mary Gordon 2334. Send me your email address and I will forward it on to Kate at the Fat Quarter Shop, and she will send you a gift card code to use online at the Fat Quarter Shop. Congratulations. I was out gardening, that's why I'm a little bit froggy. Today is kind of a weird, you might hear thunder. We have been predicted for thunder and lightning till noon, although I have yet to see any lightning. Definitely been listening to some thunder, and there was a very small downpour of giant raindrops, but it didn't even last a minute. I had purchased at my local store a huge pot of, not pot, it was a, you know what I'm talking about. It was with a canna lily in it, a giant, like, it was like 3 feet tall. And so when I went to divide it up, because it was totally root bound, I couldn't get it apart, so I literally had to cut the ball in half with a knife. So hopefully it will survive, and I planted it in 2 different pots in my backyard. The leaves are just beautiful, just beautiful. They are variegated, and when the sun shines through them, it just takes your breath away with its beauty. So I'm hoping that it will survive my gardening techniques. So then I straightened out and rearranged the patio, moved the grandkids' sandbox, and did all the things this morning before we get any big weather, although I do see a patch of blue sky over me. We shall see. I just wanted to share with you a couple of things. I will be, hopefully, although I'll be traveling a bit, I'm hoping, because I have the hotspot, I can be on a live stream tomorrow or Tuesday with Stitching with the Sisterlies, Colleen and Cheryl, and also well, hopefully it'll all work out. Who knows? Because sometimes the hotspot will work fine and sometimes it won't. But I've been invited to be on there. So I'm hoping, even though we'll be on the road, that it'll happen. So you'll want to keep, you want to subscribe to their channel and keep a lookout for that announcement. What else? Oh, my friend Audrey, my goodness, she has been a girl on fire. So if you follow her on Instagram, she's getting so big projects done. It's pretty, and she this year was committed to 24 bats in 2024. So a lot of her stitching has little bats in it. Little bats in it. When I went to plant the canna lily this morning, I kind of rearranged my patio and got the grandkids' sandbox in a certain spot and made it a little more balanced. I have pots, planting pots everywhere. And the one pot that I bought had this clip on it. It obviously was a sign with the name of the plant, but I thought, wow, that's a pretty nifty clip to clip a chart to view it. So I washed it off, and I'm wondering, I've never seen one like this. So you could, like, let me just clip this paper towel. So if that was your chart, you could clip the paper towel, and then this big clip would have would clip onto something so you could see your chart. I thought it was pretty cool, so I saved it, washed it off as best I could, and I'm going to recycle and reuse. Yeah. Yesterday, I had to talk to the nurse advice line and get some opinions, one nurse to another. And so she was interviewing me and asking me all kinds of questions, questions about past histories, symptomatology, and one of the questions she asked me, which we laughed together over, she said, "Are you having periods of anxiety or anxiousness?" And I started to laugh and I said, "Well, in the world we live in, maybe just a bit." And she said, "Oh, I know it." And here we are, I'm on the nurse advice line, and we're like commiserating. But it made me think that I would like to embrace, encourage, and acknowledge myself for putting one foot in front of the other. And yeah, it's tough right now. I know it's tough. So I chose a chart that by Emily Call Stitching, and it's called I Am Brave. It's a lovely little stitch. Just a lovely little stitch. But you know what I'm doing it on? Just to take control and do what I want to do. I am doing it on 56 count. Yeah. So I just started it. This is also on the little stitch that I'm doing on 56 count from the attic, and it is so that is going to make me feel like, oh yeah, you got this, girl. You got this. No issues. We are brave. We are brave. You and I are brave. We can do this. It's kind of fun. Well, you know, I've said it before, this Anita lamp has been my savior. Considering that when I was a kid, they said I was legally blind in my left eye. And so for a good portion, I wore a patch so that it was trying to force my brain to look out that eye. And it definitely is my worst eye. I can't drive at night. And, you know, when your obstacles are thrown in your way, I have always been one that just tried to figure out how to navigate that obstacle. And all kinds of magnifiers, and some work during certain times of the day. It's kind of interesting. Some work certain times of the day, some work. The reason I love this one is this light is straight down. This is the Anita, as in the name Anita, like my girlfriend Anita that gets everything done. And the magnifier has a double strength. So there's this big magnifier here, and then there's a little tiny magnifier that if you want really close up, yeah, you can use that one to double check. But oh, I love this. I am brave. I am brave. One of the things that I have been working on is labeling. We tend to label ourselves, we tend to label other people, and I realize that whole label of ADHD has such a negative connotation. Attention deficit deficit hyperactive disorder. Yeah, no, I've decided I am no longer ADHD. I am AEP. It's kind of like the letters on those sorority houses. AEP. Attention Excitement Personality. Yes, that's me. That's me to a T. My attention is drawn, my personality is drawn to excitement, and that means new starts, new things. You hear that? Thunder. Although I'm starting to see blue sky over my house, and the neighbors across the street have sun. I so appreciate when my neighbors paint their house. One of my neighbors had their house painted last week, and it's a lovely, lovely color, I have to say. Okay, so join me in relabeling yourself if you have a label, or don't label yourself at all. You're awesome just the way you are. Yeah, I know. I should have been a cheerleader. If I had been about maybe 20 pounds lighter, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one more. 20 pounds lighter, maybe I could have been a cheerleader. Yeah. But now I'm a cheerleader. I'm a cross-stitch cheerleader. Yeah. Oh, this is going to be so fun. I'm taking this project for a little overnight camp. I'm taking this project, my 56 camp project, and I'm taking, of course I have to take this one because I'm going to the beach. Do you know which one I'm talking about? The artsy housewife, beach rat. Now, for those of you who don't want to do, you want to do the seagull and not the words, of which I am definitely doing the words because, yes, they are like rats. There is an option for just to add more greenery, or no, it's up actually the same amount. It's just laid out without the words, and that is pretty. It is pretty, but it doesn't say beach rat, which mine has to say beach rat. One pooped on my head. It's definitely a rat. Yeah. Yesterday, G and I watched a movie that was, it was from 2022, I believe. But the best part was at the beginning. Neither of us knew who the actor was, and I would say, do you know who the actor is? He looks really familiar. Oh yeah, we know his name. And we sat there bantering back and forth. And I remembered before I was forced to Google it. It's so, and what's really kind of ironic is that the movie was called Memory. Yeah, Liam Neeson, Memory. You know, it was action-packed, blood, shoot 'em up. He's a contract killer. Yeah, you know, it's a Liam Neeson movie. But what was interesting about it was he was suffering from Alzheimer's. He was in the early stages of Alzheimer's as a serial killer, and he was taking medication for that. And in the end, the good guys win. That's always important to me. I'm, I'm, I'm. I hate when the bad guys win in a movie. That is not my favorite movie, but it was just interesting to. I'd never seen a movie other than there was that movie with Alice. Oh gosh, can't remember it. No pun intended. But I don't know. It was just an interesting movie, and I thought it was worth watching. Unless you don't like any violence in your movies, unless you're a lifetime Hallmark movie watcher, then you won't want to see this. But it was just a weird movie where a contract killer suffers Alzheimer's. Yeah, yeah. So one of my besties is moving from our former town, and I realize that everybody gets to everybody gets to live their life the way they want. If you haven't realized, this is a little bit more of a chatty and less cross stitch. So everybody gets to live their life and do what they want to do. But I am interested or fascinated or perplexed by how it's affecting me. It's kind of like I look at that, at the other side of the mountain is my hometown. And slowly, my girlfriend family is moving. Sure, I moved, but that doesn't count. That doesn't count. Yeah, but I was, I acknowledge how it's like a passing of a era, and there's some feelings of loss about it. It's like when your parents are no longer in your hometown that you grew up in. Oh, there goes a dog walker. He's sniffing all the bushes. Sniffing all the bushes. Yeah, so I have been letting myself grieve about it and know that life changes. Life changes. And you have to adjust. You just have to adjust to it. G's downstairs making one of his signature dishes is this pasta salad. I can never ask him to write down the recipe because he does it on the fly. But it absolutely, when we go camping, we tend to cook ahead a bit, so then we just relax. And the pasta salad is his one of his signature dishes, along with when we do late fall or winter camping. Oh, his chili is absolutely yummy. I make the cornbread. I do cook, but only specific things. Japchae, which is a Korean dish, bibimbap, which is a Korean dish, cornbread. That's what I do. That's what I do. Yeah. Well, now there's blue sky. There's blue sky out there, and the thunderclouds are moving away. And they said that would happen around noon, and it's 11, so that's just in time. Yeah. Okay, so don't forget, let's see, where did my little, don't forget to check out Stitching with the Sisterlies on Tuesday. They'll have a live stream. Hopefully I'll see you over there. And then Mary Gordon, email me. And then in the next video, I'll announce who won the Halloween book, which is a copy of this, which I know the cover is a bunch of quilts, but the quilts in here are awesome. They're absolutely beautiful, but we're all about the cross stitch, and so the cross stitch patterns that are available in this book are all these sweet little pillows. So one of you is going to be sent this Halloween Memories book. I'm waiting for my thread to arrive to start it, and because I am, let's see, yeah, that's the one I'm using. And I'm using the spool of threads, you know, that's on the wooden spools, which I just love. Oh, and I found out, because I'm working on a darker fabric pin keep, I found out that SF101 does have black on the bolts, so I bought some of that to do my pillows. Okay, enough chattering. It was nice seeing you, and we will see you again later this week. I hope that you have a wonderful week. This evening we have two of our grandsons coming because their parents are going out to a wedding. So that should be fun. Yeah, and the gardening's all done today. Thank you so much for stopping by, and you take care. And remember,